It's funny. When manufacturing is kind of like, so I would say, first of all, manufacturing and things like that are absolutely dependent on when you go in and you look at security for critical infrastructure, one of the things you look at is critical dependencies. And those organizations like manufacturing have critical dependencies that are water, that are power, that are natural gas, or whatever their sources of energy are. And so there's that. And then in terms of architectures and equipment, right? So when you look at, and this is only my limited experience, but when you look at manufacturing, it's kind of generally sort of a flat structure where the industrial piece and the IT piece is all sort of merged together. Whereas when you look at, water or power, for example, people talk about this Purdue model where you have enterprise connected to the OT, and you don't see that as much personally where I go. I work with a lot of small organizations where you see like a plant or a series of industrial facilities that communicate with each other, oftentimes still on serial radio, cell kind of, low bandwidth kind of stuff, comes back to central, maybe a treatment plant or a central office. And that goes maybe to the direct to the internet for things like remote access and maintenance. You don't see this like large enterprise organization that has a connection to the OT environment. I mean, where you do see that is in the big organizations, the large energy companies, the large private companies. But a lot of critical infrastructure is municipal owned, little tiny organizations that are sort of sectioned off and not part of the larger enterprises. That makes sense.
That makes sense.